Hello students, we are discussing a chapter number 2, types of contract. So we already discussed 5 types of the contract. So today we start a new types of the contract is a material supply contract. So in this form of the contract, the contractor have to offer the rates for a supply of the required quantity of the material. So here all the material given by the one person, and this quantity of the material rate is already given to the parties, and if parties agree with this rate, so this material is supplied by the material supply contractor. And here all the inclusive all the taxes, charges and delivery charge to the specified store within the time fixed in a tender. So here all the details is already given in a tender with standard specification of the material. And this type of the contract is generally used when the purchase of the material like brick, stone, chips, furniture, pipes and specials etc. are involved. So all the material received should be examined and counted or measured as case may be when delivery is taken. So here delivery material is checked by the parties, and after checking the material, so if the material is as per the given specification or given specification or not, so parties also return the material. If the material is not as per the specification. Now some of the advantages of the material supply contract is that, so first advantages is a payment of this type of the contract can be made promptly, and so the contractor try to take the supply order even at a loss profit resulting low cost of the material. So here if material price is increase or decrease, and material supply contractor is quoted that rate in a lower price, and after fill up the tender material supply contract agreement, if material rate is higher, so the sum of the losses is generated to the material supply contractor. As the supply of the material is taken through a contractor, the department receiving the supply of material is not worried due to loss of material, breakage, damage and charges during the transit. And here some of the disadvantages also in a material supply contract is there. So constant control for a quality of the material to be received in several batches at a different time is required. During the submission of the tender, intending the contract may be ring to get the supply order at a higher rate. So these two are the um disadvantages. If the rate is increased, so some of the losses is generated. So this one is one of the disadvantages in this type of the contract. Now next type of the contract is a piecework agreement. So piecework agreement is that where only rates are agreed upon without reference to the total quantity of the work or a time, and that involves payment or of a work done at the stipulated rate. So in case of the petty work value up to the 10,000 each inclusive of the cost of the material may be carried out through the contractor by piecework agreement. So here piecework agreement contract is sorry total work is divided into small parts, and this part is done by the individual contractor. So the PW agreement contain only the description of the different item of the work to be done and the rate to be paid for, but does not provide the quantity of the different items of the work to be done and rate to be paid for, but does not provide the quantity of the different item to be executed, or nor time within which the work is to be completed. So detailed specification of the different item of the work to be done are however included in a PW agreement, and total cost of the whole work to be done is also mentioned. And PW agreement are not contains the true sense. There is no penalty clauses and no security money, and department may terminate the work at any time they like, but not is specified. The date of termination should be served to be piecework, and a separate agency may also be engaged chargeable to the contractor to complete the work if the contractor does not carry out the work satisfactorily to the specification, or delay the work or themselves the work incomplete or use bad materials. So here some of the advantages and disadvantages for this type of the contract. So urgent small work may be taken up for execution without inviting the tender. Considerable time is saved. So this one is one of the biggest advantages. And if a contractor delay to execute the work, or use inferior quality of the material, or leave the work partially complete, another contract may be engaged at any time. So these are the one of the advantages, and here two disadvantages also there. So for this type of the small work, approved contractor find the little interest as such work is entrusted to petty contractor having the little experience, and no penalty clauses, no security money is kept in the PW agreement. So these are the disadvantages for the uh, partially work agreement. Now another type of the contract is a cost plus percentage rate contract. So in this system, contractor is paid the actual cost of the work plus an agreed percentage in addition to allow for the profit. So contractor arranged the material and labor at his cost and kept proper account, and he is paid by the department or owner the whole cost together within the certain percentage, say 10%, as he profit as agreed upon the beforehand. And agreement is prepared within all the condition of contract in advance. Now in this case, proper control in the purchase of the material and in a labor shall have to be exercised by the department or owner. So this type of the contract is generally adopted when the condition are such a labor and material rates are liable to fluctuate. And in adopting this type of the system of tendering, no bill of quantity or schedule of rate has to be framed, but the owner or department should be carefully define the actual cost and record exactly what is permissible in the cost of the work. Here some of the advantages in a cost plus percentage rate. So in a cost plus percentage rate contract, so in this it has the merit that contract can quickly be drawn up, and agreed also work and urgent nature put in a hand complete without delay. So this type of the contract system is more suitable during the work period when urgency prevails, and this type of the contract is suitable when work can not be executed by the other type of the contractor at the competitive rate due to uncertainty and fluctuation in the market rates and of labor and materials. So here some of the disadvantages in a percentage rate contract. So close the supervision and checking of delivery notes and invoice which it involves make it unsuitable for the work, and where the necessary staff is not available, and it is to the contractor's advantage to make the cost as high as possible by wasting the material and employing insufficient workmen, as the contractor takes little risk and his profit is assured. Now next type of the contract, cost plus fixed free contract, we discuss in next lecture. So we here stop our lecture. Thank you.